Hello everyone, welcome. This is Dr. Anita Saha, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Government Digvijay PG Autonomous College, Rajnandgaon, under the jurisdiction of Hemchand Yadav Vishwavidyalaya, Durg. Today we are here to discuss the introduction to The Shadow of the Glen by J.M. Synge. Let us now have a brief introduction of the author. Edmund John Millington Synge, also called J.M. Synge, is an Irish playwright who was born on 10th of April 1871 in the outskirts of Dublin in Ireland. He was the youngest of 5 children of John Hatch and Kathleen. But when he was only 1 year old, his father John Hatch died of smallpox. After that, his mother has to take care of the family. Synge was also in his childhood an ill boy, so the mother has to give him a tutor because he could not continue his school. After that, Synge graduated from Trinity with a focus on languages. In Trinity only, he was given music scholarship. After that, he shifted to Germany to continue his skills, to acquire his skills in music. But later on, in Germany only, he came to know, he realized that music is not his passion, but he wanted to become a writer. So he returned back to Paris in 1896, and there he studied languages. It was in Paris where he met W.B. Yeats, another Irish contemporary writer, and Lady Gregory, with whom he formed Abbey Theatre, which was earlier known as Irish National Theatre. Yeats, who was a very good friend of Synge, and Synge was also very much influenced by Yeats. Yeats encouraged him to travel to Aran Island in order to learn the Gaelic language and acquaint himself with Irish folk. Yeats, Synge at that time, was suffering from a disease, and he had to get operated for a tumor in his neck. But after the operation, he followed the suggestions of Yeats and went to Aran Island, and there he experienced the life of those natives of Aran Island. He also learnt their languages. He experienced, he tried to learn the way of their living and studies. Synge is also considered the greatest dramatist of the Irish literary renaissance, as we have already discussed that with the Yeats, Synge and Lady Gregory, they were the co-founders of the Irish National Theatre, which was formed in 1902, but later on it was named as Ireland's Abbey Theatre. He died on 24th of March 1909 in Dublin when he was just 37 years old with the same disease, neck tumor. His major works are In the Shadow of the Glen, which was published in 1903, The Riders to the Sea 1904, The Playboy of the Western World in 1907, and Deodar of the Sorrows in 1910. Now the background of the play, The Shadow of the Glen, was originally titled as In the Shadow of the Glen. It is the third play composed by Synge, but it was the first to be produced in Irish National Theatre or Abbey Theatre. Riders to the Sea and this play. These are his first dramatic renderings where the experience of Aran Island, what he observed there, the life of the people, whatever he observed, he has tried to put that observation into these 2 works. Now, Let us have a look on the major characters of the play. There are only 4 characters in this play. Daniel Burke, also known as Dan in this play, is an old farmer. He is a shepherd who has some sheep, but he is an old man. Nora Burke is the wife of Dan Burke. She is a young wife of Dan, but she is not satisfied with his behavior to her. She married Dan for his property in order to fulfill her financial needs, but the physical needs and the other moral support, Dan is not able to give it to Nora because he is all the time feeling insecure. Then there is a tramp whose name is nowhere mentioned in the play. The tramp was passing through their house in that rainy night, and he stopped there to get a shelter in their house and mend his clothing. Then there was Michael Tara. Michael Tara is a young shepherd. Daniel thinks that he is the boyfriend of Nora Burke. Nora brings Michael to her house when she finds that Dan is dead, and then it resulted finally in Nora going out with Tramp and Michael Tara, the young man, helping Dan Burke celebrate. Now, the brief summary of this play. Let us have a brief summary. The Shadow of the Glen is a one-act play. Here, the play begins in a rainy night where in the kitchen of their cottage, Dan is lying dead. His face, his body is covered with white cloth. And the wife, Nora, is just trying to settle the things. Then a tramp knocks at the door and he requests for a shelter in the house, and Nora very easily agrees to it. She invites him inside, offers him some tea, and then when he saw the tramp saw the dead body, he also asked about the man. Then she said that this is the dead body of my husband who died. And when he asked why she is not calling anybody for help for the cemetery, then she said that he had cursed me for if I touch his dead body. It was that time when she asked him whether he has seen somebody coming across the street. He said that he has seen a shepherd coming there, and then she left the tramp there in the house with the dead body, and she leaves to find the man for help. Now here, as soon as she goes outside, the dead body suddenly raises. The tramp is shocked to see the body raising, and then Dan informs that he is not dead, but he was just posing to be dead in order to find out the truth, in order to disclose the reality, in order to disclose his wife's nature. And then he sips some wine and again goes to sleep, threatening the tramp not to reveal this secret to anybody. When Nora, with that young man, Michael Tara, she enters, she flirts with Michael Tara, and Michael Tara in a very short time proposes to Nora. Dan, who was listening to everything and was waiting for this moment, suddenly raises and he starts abusing Nora. He throws her out of the house in that rainy night, and it was the tramp who at this moment helped Nora, and he said that he'll be helping her. So these two, they went out, and now Dan is left with the young man Michael Tara, who sip wine together, and they celebrate. This particular play is a commentary on the loveless marriage of Dan and Nora. This marriage, here in this play, the marriage is presented as a force of social and individual stabilization which Nora was trying to find out. Nora's marriage was just for material comfort and psychological security, but she got material comfort, not psychological security. This play is considered as the greatest one-act plays in the history of modern drama. It is also considered a comedy with happy ending for both the sets. The first set, the Tramp and Nora, and the second set of Dan and Michael Tara. Thank you.